What's up guys, Intellitech Mobile here, and this is my Lenovo ThinkPad T500. I've owned this laptop for almost a decade, and in the time span that I've had it, it's had numerous installations of Windows, as well as many different types of hard drives and various hardware changes. Most notably, this is not the original screen that it has on it. The original display I do have, but it's very broken, as well, that's another story for another day. But regardless, the topic of this video is not the screen, it is the operating system. As I've been messing around with this with its original hard drive installed, the original 320 gig hard drive, and Windows 7 that I had on here was not performing very well, and it clearly needed a refresh, and more like a nuke and refresh. And I also had Windows Vista dual booted on here, but unfortunately, the unofficial Windows Vista Service Pack 3 still has not been completed, and otherwise trying to get updates working on Vista in order to get the machine working with a fresh install is not doing well. You can tell the graphics driver has crashed, which is unfortunate, because when Vista was still at least in extended support, it ran beautifully on this computer, so unfortunately I don't have any original installation from that era, so Vista's a no-go as well. So I thought, well, you have to install Windows on it anyways, as the attempt to download the original Lenovo recovery software was not a thing. I honestly regret wiping the original drive. I should have just left its XP install on it, but I did not. So, speaking of which, we are going to reinstall Windows XP Professional on this particular ThinkPad. Now, this ThinkPad's from 2008, so Vista is actually more era appropriate, but the particular organization that originally owned this laptop before I did had it installed with Windows XP. It had Windows XP on it when I got it, and the product key on the bottom of the machine is for Windows XP Professional. So this is also era appropriate. So I have this version of XP. Now this version is particularly of note because this version actually has the SATA drivers slipstreamed, which is very important because if you have a version of XP that does not have the SATA drivers slipstreamed, it is not going to install on a SATA drive. It's not even going to get far enough. You're just going to put the disk in and it's just going to blue screen. I tried to install Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009 on this, which is basically XP, but my version does not have those drivers slipstreamed, so I can't even get to the setup screen without the setup blue screening. So this has that. This has plenty of drivers built into it. It also is unfortunately pre-activated. I have many of these XP ISOs, and I can't find any of them that are legit. They're always pre-activated, but they don't seem to have any malware on them, and I obviously have a legit key on the bottom anyway, so it's not like I'm taking software I don't own. And I also do own a legit copy of XP Pro on the original disc with its own product key, so legally I'm fine. It's just kind of, I guess it's a convenience to not have to worry about activation, but you know, I wasn't intentionally trying to get a pre-activated copy. So we're going to pop in the disk, and you can see the graphics driver already crashed. Audacity, first program, also didn't work. So we're going to go ahead and restart this, and we're going to hop into Windows Vista. You can tell it's very late right now. If we look at the time, over on my charging Galaxy Note 7, we can see that it's 2 a.m. on November 11th, Friday. So I'll probably put this video up on Friday. So on both of my channels, I took a break for a couple days. So yeah, we're going to come back with this, since this was something I was going to do anyways, and my Windows videos tend to do pretty well, so not sure why, but that is that. So we're going to go ahead and press any key to boot from the CD, and you can tell this has inbuilt drivers because the display resolution actually looks really good out of the box. So it's going to tell us all the, well, first off, it's going to ask us to press any button to load any drivers we need, and it's going to start loading files. So we're going to pause this and resume once we get to the actual setup screen. Listen to that drive go. Isn't that nice? Hear it spinning up as well. and I'm just curious to see how long this will take. Now, whenever I had this installed on an SSD, which is what I had in here for a while, I had a Samsung 850 Evo SSD, I believe it was. That was 120 gigs. I wish that was in here still, but I can't seem to find it. I don't know what happened to it. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it was in a laptop that I sold. I think I forgot to swap the hard drives out of it. So I'll need to get another one of those, but it's not like 120 gig drives are so cheap nowadays. Even like 500 gig drives are still pretty cheap, so I might get a bigger drive and slap it in here just for fun, even though I don't really store anything important on here anyways. So, because my main laptop is an HP ZBook mobile workstation G4 model. It's a Xeon processor with some sort of NVIDIA Quadro GPU in it. I forgot exactly which one. It's from a couple years ago. It's the only computer I have that's fast enough to run Windows 11. Even my main desktop, as you can see behind this computer, is not powerful enough to run Windows 11 because of TPM. Unless my board supports TPM and I just somehow don't know. I guess I haven't actually dug into the BIOS to see. But oh well. That's not the topic of this video. It's still loading files. So we'll come back whenever this jumps to Windows or to the install screen. Setup is starting Windows. Well, that didn't take long. As soon as I paused the video, about 4 seconds later, it says it's starting Windows. So XP is a relatively lightweight operating system, especially on a machine like this. This was very high end when it first came out. It's a Core 2 Duo P9600, I think it is. It's 90 something. So as you can see, I've got my Windows 7 partition on here, which I'm not going to touch because I do have data on it. Not critical data, but it's data that I want to keep. So right here, I'm going to delete this partition, which is what currently is Vista. So we're going to delete that, and then we're going to install to it, and we're going to format it quick NTFS. And there we go. Now it's formatting. Even though the setup screen for Windows XP is very rudimentary, I really like it. It's fast, it's quick, it's basic, and it works. I'm a big fan of Windows XP. I like Vista too, even though a lot of people don't like Vista. And I actually don't like Windows 7. Windows 7, even though nowadays Windows 7 is much better than Vista, back just a few years ago, when Vista was still partially supported, like 2016, 17, 18. I know it ended in 17, but you could still get it working in 18. Vista was actually better than Windows 7, and I stand by that because it was less buggy. The updates, particularly the platform update, fixed a lot of the UI bugs that Windows 7 still has issues with, like the bugs whenever you go to maximize a window, how it will like glitch out and turn colors before it maximizes. That just always bothered me. But nowadays, with just the various issues with getting Vista updated, it's not very good. So, yeah, I basically now am finally back to the opinion that many people have been at for a decade, which is that 7's the better choice over Vista. Although I'm patiently and impatiently waiting for the unofficial Vista Service Pack 3. I'm really looking forward to that. And for those wondering, the unofficial Windows Service Packs are something the community will generally build for older versions of Windows once they're long out of support. It's just kind of something that will allow you to essentially install a fan-made service pack that will essentially roll up the operating system's the most up-to-date version ever since support was cut. So you just install one big package and then bam, you're up to date. You don't have to worry about Windows Update working or any of that nonsense. So that is the case with Windows XP. There is an unofficial Service Pack 4. It's been out for quite a number of years. And there is also the registry patch that will get you the updates from 2014 all the way to 2019. Although those aren't super relevant nowadays, given that's still a few years old. But maybe if those work, then that's good, but they're not critical. So Windows XP updates do not work anymore. There are some workarounds, but to my knowledge, there is no actual workaround for the update website because of the way that XP updates, since it's just a website portal. That is completely dead, and there's no way to get that back. Whereas Vista and Windows 7, if those have issues updating, you can kind of install proper updates to get the update system working. It's a bit more complicated with XP. That being said, I have not used XP since all these recent issues happened. So that's another reason why I wanted to install it on this computer, was to see how usable XP truly is. And right on cue, there's the startup for XP. So I do have all the drivers for this computer for XP already downloaded and on the other partition, so it'll be easy enough to get this loaded, because this computer, if you install Windows 7 or newer on it, pretty much all the drivers are just sniffed out automatically, which is one thing that's really nice about Windows 7 and newer, is it's really good about inbuilt drivers, and a lot of systems will just work out of the box. XP and Vista, not so much. You need to manually get all those drivers. So that will be the case with XP for sure. I'll need to install the video driver, the wireless card driver, the driver for the fingerprint sensor, the driver for the track point to work properly. It'll work, but it will be a little sluggish. And obviously power management, so the battery doesn't drain really fast, that kind of crap. So one thing I also noticed is that I believe let's see, is that a webcam or is that, I actually can't tell. I never actually looked at that. Yeah, it is a webcam. So my original screen that I had on this did not have a webcam. This version does, although I've literally never used it. I don't even know what it looks like. To be fair, I haven't ran a version of Windows on here since I replaced a screen that had a built-in webcam. Actually, at the time when it broke, I believe I had Windows 10 on it. I don't know. I'm starting to ramble at this point, but you get the idea. It's installing stuff. This is not going to be a super short video. I'm going to try to cut out the bull crap, unless you believe that me talking is exactly that, in which case there's going to be a lot of me talking, so sorry about that. Yes, I know my guitar needs new strings. That's why it sounds bad. Oh, that was quick. I just jumbled my words there. Oh, wow, that was quick. Okay. Name. Am I able to skip all this? No, I'll go ahead and fill that in properly. I wonder if it'll let me not put in a password. Ah, okay, there we go. Okay, it is not Pacific time. It is Central time. And, yep, 2:10. That is correct. Your computer will be faster and more reliable. Honestly, I believe that, because Windows 7 and Vista have been really bad. No, I don't want it to be part of a domain. I can't. I can't. Oh, I think I just have to type in work group. Work group. Which is kind of stupid. Yeah, because you have to. Yeah, you have to do that. So, there we go. Okay, and now it's copying files, and we can hear the disk drive spin back up, which is good. Sorry for saying I try to not do that. I watch other videos where people say and all the time, and it gets really annoying. So I try to avoid doing it myself. Yes, pauses in speech can be a little awkward, but it's better than saying and damn it, I just did it. Oh, okay. Well, I take back what I said. I'm an idiot. But yeah, get support for the latest software and hardware. Well, maybe by 2001 standards. I know I'm not as hot as a flame that burned here before me. I've been flipping through all your moments and tearing out memories. How long can you carry this nose? How low can we keep digging this hole until we come out on the other side? Crawling through mud, what's the difference when you come out on the other side? Falling from grace, what's the difference when you come out on the other side? The other side, the other side, will you come out alone? I just fucked that up really badly. I'm sorry. I'm trying to have a little fun. Whatever. Oh, I just freaked out. Trying to wash all of my sins clean. I've gotten too filthy. The drain is full, but still circles beneath me like a fool to sanity. How long can you carry this note? How low can we keep digging this hole until we come out on the other side? Crawling through mud, what's the difference when you come out on the other side? Falling from grace, what's the difference when you come out on the other side? The other side, the other side, will you come out alone? Will you come out alone? Will you come out at all? Will you come out alone? Yeah, crawling through mud, what's the difference when you come out on the other side? See, I just fucked that up there. Falling from grace. What's the difference when you come out on the other side? The other side, the other side, on the other side, the other side, where you come out alone. To improve the appearance of visual elements, Windows will automatically adjust your screen resolution. Okay. Works for me. Thank you for purchasing Microsoft Windows XP. Well, you're welcome. And I can say that because I legitimately did purchase it. I have it somewhere. I have a copy of Vista over here. I don't have XP, but I know I have it. It's in a box somewhere. Let's see. To continue, click Next. And like I said, I can't install that version because otherwise it wouldn't install because it doesn't have the drivers. Yeah, I want updates even though it's not going to do it, but let's try. Who will use this computer? Me. Congratulations, you're ready to go. To learn about the exciting new features of Windows XP, take the product tour. You can also find useful information in the Help and Support Center. These options are located in the Start menu. For help, click here or press F1. Oh, that's cute. Oh my gosh. I've never actually clicked on this thing before. What? That's so cute. How do I register from the desktop? I'm gonna run and typing regwiz/r. Okay, that's cool. Oh, it's activate Windows. Okay. Will show up every few days. Okay. Finish. And there's no sound driver. So we can't unfortunately hear the beautiful startup. It's just going to drop, it's just going to drop us right on the desktop with the Start menu open because why not? I've moved you in a little bit closer. I'm not really sure if you want to see me install all the drivers, but why not? Okay, so let's pull the disk out. Okay. And there we go. So we'll go to my other partition. Okay, local disk E. Oh, this is weird. So the C drive isn't even the drive with Windows on it. That's funny. Okay. I didn't expect that. Let's go here. And okay. I think one of these is for XP, I think. Is it this one? Yeah, let's run it. That I don't think this is for. No, it's for Vista. Okay. What about this one? I think this is Windows 7, isn't it? It doesn't say it's for. It says 2007. So I mean, let's try this. Sure. Let's see if this does anything. It might break it. Who knows? What? This is a weird error. There's not enough space on the disk. What? Did this seriously just install the OS to the wrong drive? What? This is weird. So that... Oh, wow. Can I change the drive letters? There's gotta be a way to change. Let's see. Oh, there's no search. I just tried to search. Okay. There's gotta be a way to switch those back, right? Manage. Computer management. Disk management. Oh, this looks the same as it always has in Windows. What? Why is that the C drive? That makes no sense. Change drive letter change. What? Oh, come on. What? Why? I've never seen this before. Why did it this is weird. Am I gonna have to redo this all over again? Well, this was a bit of a failure. Huh. Okay. Well, I wonder if I can change this with a different program. Maybe I can do it within Windows 7. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to have to get that sorted out. But this video's almost a half hour, so this video's gone on long enough. I just said again. Gosh, damn it. Okay, so this is installed. We've got Windows XP. The drive letters are messed up, but oh well. So I guess I'm gonna have to reinstall this. I'll probably just have to take all my data off this and just install this from scratch, because it's worth noting that if you install Windows XP after another version of Windows is already installed, a newer version, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to boot from that version of Windows. So if you're trying to dual boot some other newer version of Windows with XP, like Windows 7, Windows 10, you're going to have to install XP first and then install one of those other operating systems. Even if you're installing them on separate drives, separate partitions, does not matter. The boot managers are completely different, so you need to install XP first, because XP will not recognize XP's boot sequence or whatever will not recognize the newer OSs at all, so they will be unbootable. So now I did this because I didn't care, because that Windows 7 installation worked anyways, but it looks like because the drive letters, I'm going to have to redo all this. So this video was pointless. I'll have to reinstall this off camera. But hey, at least I installed it, and at least we learned nothing other than the fact that Windows XP still exists. That's disappointing. But hey, hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it. I know I sure did. And this was Intellitech Mobile with my installation of Windows XP on my Lenovo ThinkPad T500. We'll end by going to the properties here. Even though there's no graphics driver, who cares? So yeah, Windows XP. I don't know who this is. I assume this is the person that cracked this stupid copy, but whatever. Again, the product key on the bottom. There is, I don't want to flip it up, but there is a product key on the bottom for XP Pro. So, in fact, I'll go ahead and shut this down, which it'll probably shut down pretty quickly since there's no programs or anything. There we go. That was quick. With an SSD, it'd be even quicker. So, yeah, it's off already, so that's good. So, if we look on the bottom, I can prove that the product key on the back is, in fact, wait a minute, that's not right. I could have sworn there was an XP key on the bottom of this. Well, I did have multiples of these. I did have multiples of these computers, so I think this one probably had Vista on it, and the other one had XP Pro. So I guess I was wrong about that, but whatever. There's a free Vista key for you, even though you can't really activate it anymore. I mean, you kind of can, but who wants to use Vista? So that's that. It's my ThinkPad T500, which is right there. So yeah, and yes, I have a crappy universal adapter because I misplaced my actual charger, but I know I have it. So that's that. But yeah, this is Intellitech Mobile signing out with a useless, worthless video that just wasted a half hour of your time. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like on it. And if you didn't like it, well, there's a button for that too. Anyways, this is Intellitech Mobile signing out. See you guys in the next video. Let me know what you want to see next. Do you want to see more computer content like this? Do you want to see me install something else on some other computer? I've got a ton of computers, so I could do a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.